Arthur Wong es una persona que acaba de tomar hace poco tiempo el liderazgo de marketing en Schneider Electric en toda la región de Cono Sur. Es el CMO y tiene la amabilidad de participar y de acompañarnos en estos mano a mano que hacemos habitualmente con ejecutivos importantes de empresas estratégicas del mercado de tecnología. Y la conversación la vamos a hacer en inglés. Arthur está en San Pablo, es brasilero. Arthur, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us in this conversation so that our followers can have a broader picture of everything that Schneider Electric contributes to the ecosystem of IT channels in the region.
I think that it's a very important moment for us right now, right? Because we always discuss about climate change being something of the future, of the next generation, but actually the future is tomorrow. So Schneider has been for the last 20 years with the ESG as the center of all their decisions. So we've been an ESG company with focus and decision taking into making the world also better, and not only just looking at our profits. Since 2018, Schneider has developed a index called Schneider Sustainability Impact, because it's supposed to impact the environment, which has translated the 17 ODSs from United Nations into 11 goals, in which we disclaim them at the same time we disclaim our financial inputs, right? Our financial results. So we're a publicly traded company. We tell our results, and we also say how we're doing in the KPIs that we have been developed. The most famous one, the biggest one, is that we aim by the end of next year to not emit 800 million tons of CO2 from ourselves and our direct partners. We're glad to say that the last showing, we are at 605 million tons of CO2, right? And sometimes it's hard to understand what it is. 600 million tons is the equivalent of 120 million cars in a year in a big city. To understand also what that is, São Paulo, which is quite a big city, has 9 million active cars. New York, 3 million cars in the streets. So if you join São Paulo and New York for 10 years, that's equivalent of what we've been able to reduce from the CO2 emissions. So we've been very strongly on walking the talk, right? So we implement this, and we won the Times Magazine Most Sustainable Company because we take our decisions based on that. It's not only the business itself, and everybody is looking for a profit, but also how can we transform the world that we live in. There's a saying that we believe a lot, which is progress and sustainability. Not only they can go hand to hand, they must go hand to hand today. So all of our technology, all our decisions are based into impacting not only environment, but social, also the impact that we can do with the world. It's a big problem to solve, but what we see and what's the good light is that today we have 70% of the technology to really transform this, right? So it is there. So what we need to do, and I think this is one of our biggest challenges, is not only show there are companies that can help you do that, but also help companies how to measure their impact. So we have a consultancy team within Schneider that helps us develop that with our consumer of where they can improve. And for us, sustainability, Sebastian, is not only the environment itself. Sustainability is also the cost that you have, right? So by using less resources, you have a lower cost, which means you have a healthier P&L. So that's how we progress into being progress sustainability at the same time.
Talking about, you mentioned the solutions or products. Talking about products and solutions. What recent announcement have you made that help in this commitment?
I think that the company has transformed itself not only from our product standpoint. So we have connected products. Electricity is data. So in energy management, but also on industrial automation, they're all inputs. So we have connected devices. These go to a second structure, which is control, so we can see what's happening. And the last structure that we bring today is with software, is the artificial intelligence. So Aviva is one of our softwares. We have other softwares that really comprehend what's happening and transform this into results. As an example, the office that I'm standing, it's a year and a half old. I asked the team to see how much we spent on the old office with this new office with all the technology. We have a 51% reduction with EcoStruxure building operations. It's an AI that uses inputs from temperature, sun, how the sun is hitting the office, humidity, density of population. It's not only how many people are here, but where the people are in. And they can also predict, a lot of people stay Wednesday until 5 o'clock. So I can use less energy by 4:30, right? So all of this AI is being implemented for solutions to reduction of resources. We have other products also, like the SM AirSet, which is a voltage switchgear, which we don't use anymore the bad gas SF6. So now it uses pure air. It's also putting products that won't impact that much. We are focusing a lot on data centers, right? We know that data centers consume a lot of energy. So the idea is that we can not only manage and guarantee that they're working, but also cool them with efficiency so that they don't impact that much the environment. So there are a lot of interesting solutions that we bring to the table, together with IoT for consumers. So if you want to have an IoT house, we have lamps, we have locks, we have sensors and cameras to connect all your house. So it's a lot of new things for the consumer. I think that the channels is the most important structure within Schneider. They are who really go out there and touch the consumer. They know the problems. So we've been working close to them. First of all, what we want to do more within the coming years is having more data of the consumer. So what's happening and how are the consumer behavior changing from the usage, from how people relate to ESG. So how are they willing to pay more for a company that is truly ESG? But we've been partnering with them also with communication. So we know that we need to communicate correctly those solutions. Not only the specific data of the product itself, but also what's the solution and the impact that they give. So if I say that Schneider uses the technology and we can reduce 51% the comparison of energy usage, there's something relatable to the end user, which is at the end the consumer of our channel. So we have been building this relationship, and I think that we want to continue with that because it is an important pipeline for us.
Finally, Arthur, what's your overall vision of IT business in our region, and where should partners focus during, let's say, 12 months, next 12 months?
I think that the vision that I see is that, again, ESG should be not something that companies implement as a division, but they should be now the center of all decisions the company does, not even for the channels, but also for the end client. But we see this transformation, the importance of this, talking about both the resources, cost, plus the impact in society. And we believe that to be really sustainable is not changing one or two aspects in your business. Everything really counts for you to be sustainable and efficient. So the full solution is what we believe is a game changer and even a better proposal for our clients. How can they sell the service, the product, and also then the recurrent softwares and services, so that you give a complete solution end-to-end to our clients. And I think that's what they're looking for, because they have expertise in doing bottling, mining, building, and our expertise with our channels is about energy management, automation, and therefore sustainability. So once we give a more precise and complete service, I think that's what we need to focus within the short and the midterm.